The speed with which we are watching this market deteriorate.
The worst day on Wall Street since the crash of 1987.
Leadership or offered environmentally friendly policies and technology. We see this time and time again from BlackRock. They do something that seems like they're moving in the right direction. Instead, that gun manufacturers should do more to protect the lives of the American people. So these companies about improving safety, but so far, so does its engagement with authoritarian governments. Or unknowingly, given BlackRock money, self-imposed mandates to help reduce that over time.
Releasing its numbers this morning, shares are down about 1.2%. About expectations, it's all about
around that business, but seems to be growing.
Are you curious about generating passive income through automated trading on Bybit? I've got something interesting to share, and it's completely free. Click on the link below to follow along with my trades, and you won't even need to sit in front of your computer all day. You can also take a look at my monthly trading earnings, which I'm sharing openly by clicking the link in the description. It's all about making financial gains at your own pace. Check it out.
There are several reasons why there is increased price volatility in the cryptocurrency industry today, the primary one being the FOMC press conference. In the US, there will be another interest rate decision made today. Jerome Powell will be speaking up, and naturally he will be talking. Normally, things work out. Because of this, we're witnessing a slight increase in volatility this morning as we wait for the ruling and the press conference. However, if we focus on Shiba Inu Coin in particular, there is a lot going on with this new self-sovereign identity, or Shiba's self-identity, or whatever name it goes by. And I want to draw attention to it because it's not really going in the way I had anticipated. This is nothing more than a blatant imitation of the Ethereum blockchain and wallet naming functionality. Now that we've discussed it, let's get going if it seems like something you're interested in. Let's dive right into Shib's remarks. Guys, in a moment. I want to wait for the FOMC news, though. They anticipate that interest rates will remain unchanged both now and later in the day. The market ought to remain unchanged in the event that interest rates remain unchanged. Because of this, we shouldn't really expect to see much movement in cryptocurrencies or Shiba Inu Coin depending on the real interest rate, especially if it ends up as consensus predicts. Jerome Powell, though, is making a statement. Will he act in a hawkish manner? Will he be docile or assertive? Will he be bearing good news, poor news? Would he be grinning? Will he be furrowing his brow? Will he bring up the current state of affairs abroad, with all of the political unrest and escalating conflicts? As a result, a large number of people will be following it, and it will impact the general sentiment in both the stock and cryptocurrency markets, as well as the broader crypto market. Thus, kindly pay attention to the interest rate announcement at 2 o'clock and then at 2:30 p.m. Jerome Powell spoke during a press conference held by the Federal Reserve at Eastern Times. Let's examine the releases that Shiba Inu Coin has made and why this isn't necessarily a huge concern. Furthermore, it's really simply an imitation of Ethereum's features. Recently, SHIB token tweeted, "This is the moment you've been waiting for." Shibarium's SNS, or SHIB name service, is currently operational. Do not delay. Register your own domain name at name.shib.io. SNS bid adieu to complicated addresses with multiple letters in a sequence, such as AUX and CD4. It's true that many of the comments are hilarious, guys. Sharing screenshots demonstrating the fact that this is a commonly requested subject. They only used the ENS, the SHIB naming service. Copying and pasting the Ethereum naming service was all they did. Additionally, they wrote SAIB where it stated Ethereum. They only did that there. As a result, the Shiba Inu Coin ecosystem team is demonstrating exceptional talent. It entails stealing ideas, forking blockchains, copying other people's work, and continuing in that path. That is the current state of the SHIB naming service's initial stage, and a lot of people are sharing these screenshots, demonstrating that it was essentially a ripoff and a plagiarism right there. I want to be very clear before I get into too much detail about what this entails. Alright, so you are essentially buying nothing at this time. I can explain this in more detail in a later video. When you sign up for this, you are purchasing a placeholder. Furthermore, you are not even. It is not as if you could simply move your wallet over and give it a name just because it is available. It must be purchased, similar to how you would buy a domain name. So these NFTs are placeholders as of right now. It is identical to land sales in the metaverse. Even though there was no metaverse when you purchased metaverse land, individuals still went out and spent hundreds of dollars on these NFTs. There is no naming service, but individuals are purchasing these naming NFTs, and they state that you should be aware that you are essentially buying nothing at this point in their lengthy blog post. Although the cost isn't very high, just $20 per year for each bone, you must decide how long you want your name to be accessible. It's possible that there is nothing going on within the metaverse or within the ship naming service if you want to go out there and claim your name for a year. It could take you an additional 5 years to be able to use your name at all. Renaming your wallet on the Shibarian blockchain would be the only item you would receive. So, if you're wanting to buy these NFTs right now, please proceed with caution. I understand, it's thrilling, they've released it. Right now, it only costs roughly $15, but that works out to $15 annually. You can imagine that the cost will mount up if you plan to go out there and keep it for the next 10 years, particularly if you want multiple names connected to your account, business, or self. It's noteworthy to note that this isn't anything that's truly developed. Rather, it's merely another sales ploy. Finally, I would like to mention one of the portions, which I will discuss a little later. The Shiba Inu Coin ecosystem team discusses in one of the blog posts sections how this is decentralized and censorship-free, meaning that no one has any influence over what is listed on these names, who owns them, or anything else. But I'm going to give you a task right now: type in a name outside. Perhaps that moniker is inappropriate, given how quickly it has already been banned. Feel free to be inventive with it. All of them have been edited. And to argue that something is decentralized and uncensored, I'm not saying that it's polite to have terrible names in your wallet, is, in my opinion, one of the biggest lies that you can see here. Subsequently, their initial action is to consolidate the censorship. It is a little contradictory. Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. Do you intend to purchase a John.ship name on the blockchain of Shibarium? Inform us. Naturally, the button over there is still red. Ensure that you click it. Enroll in the channel.